The elaborate entrance of Chad Deity is about a professional wrestler, a Puerto Rican professional wrestler from the Bronx, New York, who is really good at the wrestling part of professional wrestling. And he comes to find out that the wrestling part is a very small part of it. The part about interacting with an audience, being charismatic, those are the big factors for somebody's success.
I think the fascinating thing about Chad Deity, or I guess the thing that draws me into it is I grew up watching professional wrestling, and my father worked in professional sports. And I learned, I think, everything I know about theater from watching that, right? So it's like event, spectacle, where does the story begin? How do you tell the archetypes of certain characters? And how do we suck the audience in? If you attend any NBA game, there are certain sounds and light cues that let you know that the players are about to run out onto the court, and you should begin to boo or cheer immediately. And so I think a lot about storytelling I learned from that. So what I loved about this play and about Chris's writing is that he tackles that, right? And he's able to take a lot of that spectacle and that storytelling and put it into a story that is sneaky smart at the same time that it allows you to really get caught up in it.
I started following professional wrestling when I was about 3 or 4 years old, and I watched it all the way through high school, all the way through college. And then in college I had a friend, I was studying theater and studying theory and all this kind of stuff, and I had a friend who said to me, "You're a smart guy, how can you watch that stuff?" And it was a really hard question to answer because it is professional wrestling is kind of dumb and really silly, and it also can be very racist and sexist and all these things, but I also still kind of love it. I more than kind of love it, I really love it. So I needed to sit down and think about what I loved about it, what I had problems with, and usually that's a great way for me to start working on a play.
I think for this show, and especially for Louisville, this is a big theater town and this is a big sports town. And often we don't get an opportunity to mix those two together. I heard someone the other day who came and saw a show and was so happy that the show let out just in time for tip-off. And so I think that's fantastic. So I think this is an opportunity for us to bring those two worlds together, to be able to enjoy both of them.
I think people should come to see it because I am a fan of theater, I'm a fan of wrestling, I'm a fan of hip-hop, I'm a fan of all these different kinds of things, and I try to write plays that will appeal to people across different boundaries. And so I think we have a lot of theater fans who don't always admit that they used to watch wrestling when they were younger. We have wrestling fans who probably would really love theater if they got in the room to see it. Hip-hop sort of permeates the whole thing. So I think that if you're a wrestling fan who's really interested in live storytelling, you get to find the next level of that when you come to theater. And if you're a theater fan who likes things that are big and bright and colorful and fun and serious underneath, you probably have a good time.